Hello from NLC's headquarters in Washington, D.C. I'm Meg Cohen, Program Director for Digital Engagement, with 3 things you need to know for February 2025. First up, NLC is taking its message to Congress. Federal Advocacy Transportation Committee Chair Mayor Pro Tem Vanessa Fuentes of Austin, Texas, testified before the House Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure in support of renewing America's federal infrastructure programs.
As Congress renews IIJA, NLC urges you to prioritize continued infrastructure collaboration with America's cities, towns, and villages through direct and regional programs that will improve more than half of the nation's transportation network, carry the majority of Americans' daily trips, and support the first and last mile of all freight movement.
Keeping up momentum on infrastructure would add $1 trillion to the national economy. Thank you, Mayor Fuentes, for being NLC's voice on Capitol Hill. Interested in making your voice heard? Join NLC for the 2025 Congressional City Conference from March 10th to 12th in Washington, D.C. Learn more and register now at ccc.nlc.org. Next up, NLC and D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser have announced the formation of a new advisory group, America's Housing Comeback, that will bring public and private sector representatives to the table to accelerate, amplify, and highlight the housing successes taking place in cities across the United States.
So as you've heard about America's Housing Comeback Advisory Committee, we are proud to chair. We want to take lessons learned. We want to provide recommendations that we gather with the NLC's help.
Visit nlc.org/housing to learn more and to access more tools, resources, and opportunities to accelerate housing efforts in your community. And finally, as the new presidential administration moves swiftly to enact President Trump's agenda through a series of executive actions, NLC has created a summary of potential positive and negative impacts for local governments with recent executive actions. NLC is communicating with the White House, federal agencies, and members of Congress on these issues and advocating for local governments. Part of that effort includes determining NLC's federal agenda, which was recently approved by NLC's Executive Committee late last month. We will continue to seek clarity from the administration and educate members on any new executive actions or amendments to existing actions. To stay informed, visit nlc.org and sign up for the Federal Advocacy newsletter to receive all the latest updates. That's 3 things to know for February 2025. But before we go, we'd like to give a shout out to NLC's newest member cities, towns, and villages, including Lima, Ohio, Thibodaux, Louisiana, Lakeville, Minnesota, San Joaquin, California, Nampa, Idaho, New Bern, Alabama, Leander, Texas, and Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next month.